This is a tutorial on how to do TGA 2 stories. So if you haven't completed this assignment, here is how you should do it. For this TGA, you're either going to present your information in a storyboard, a video skit, or in a children's book. Regardless of what type of story you're going to do or how you're going to complete this assignment, you need to create a story about one of these people or these events that happened in Unit 2. And so here is the person's name or the event in the case of the English Civil War, and what pages of the textbook information can be found about them. Use this as a resource and make sure that you are choosing somebody off of this list or you will not have your assignment graded. Uh, Option 1 is to complete it using a storyboard. So for this, you need to create at least a 3-panel storyboard depicting a scene in history. There should be some dialogue maybe between some characters. You should at least have 2 people, hopefully, that you're talking about. And you can choose any of the topics that were on that last slide. It should look as if the events are actually like taking place, and that it should go with each panel should go together as a story. There's this website called Storyboard that you can use to help you out with this, and to create your storyboard on that. Do not sign up for an account. Do not download the thing from Storyboard that. Take a screenshot of this completed storyboard and then paste that into a Word document. That way you don't have to sign up for anything or make any account. But if you do use Storyboard it does not save automatically. So you have to kind of get that piece done in one go. Here is a video tutorial on how to use Storyboard and I'll show you where else to find these resources. And make sure that you cite your source so tell me where you got your evidence from, whether it's the textbook or whether it's another site. There is a guide on how to cite sources, so make sure you check that out. Here is an example of what your storyboard that could look like. You can see that there are 3 panels and there are people saying something. And then the second part is that you write a summary. So in the second part of this assignment is you have to write a detailed summary of the event. Give us more context behind the storyboard because sometimes it's hard to tell what exactly or who exactly your storyboard is about. So in that second paragraph, you're going to give us more details and make sure that we know make sure that I know what you know about the subject. So here you can see that I wrote a detailed summary about the French Revolution, and was my example. So you cannot write yours on the French Revolution. Remember that you need to write yours on one of these people or events that happened in Unit 2. But mine is written about the French Revolution. You can see that I cited my sources of the textbook and of this Britannica website. And I have the storyboard, I have the summary, I have my sources cited. Here's another example. This one was from a student last year on Isaac Newton. And so you can see that they have the storyboard. They pasted it into a Word document. They had the summary and they cited their source. I have a template that you can use to place your screenshot of the storyboard and to write your summary in and to do your citations. So I would use this template just to make sure you get all parts of the storyboard if that's what you choose. The second option for this assignment was to do a video skit. So this is making making your topic come alive. So in this skit, you would create it based off of one of the topics shown previously, and it needs to be something that really happened. You can use your family members or friends to help you be characters in the sketch, and it needs to be well planned out and researched. You need to make sure that you are detailed in what you're talking about, and make sure it feels like a story. It feels like a scene, not like that you're just like spouting off information about the person. It needs to be a story. So, are you going to play the character of the person you're talking about, and maybe their best friend, or maybe you are doing like a music video parody, or maybe you're trying to do like a comedy sketch, but like really telling information about the person that actually happened, or a stop motion type video. And just remember that the information that you tell needs to be factual, but you can write it in a way or tell it in a way that like might not everything be factual, but the things about the person need to be factual or the event need to be factual. And if you have questions about that, please let me know. And you do need to make sure you cite your information either in the video or as you're turning in the assignment. So there are some examples given, and I'll show you again where to find these. But if you are doing a skit, remember, here's kind of your steps. You need to research your topic. You need to figure out what type of video you want to create, write a script, film it, edit it, make sure you have citations somewhere, and then upload it. And the last way that you could do this assignment is by writing a children's book. So again, you need to be detailed in the things that you talk about. It should feel like a story. It shouldn't just feel like you're just spouting off information about a person. It should be a story. You need to have pictures in this. It needs to have a cover page and title and a citation page. And you should give enough details so this person comes to life. Your audience is a child who knows nothing about this subject. And remember, add dialogue, add whose perspective is it from? Is it from the person who you're talking about's perspective, or from a friend, or from an observer? And you're writing about that person and making that person come to life in a story. Remember, that's the thing. Stories is the key word for this TGA. Stories. You are writing a story about somebody in history. So here is an example, and I'll just show you the first couple of slides. You can see here is the title page, and here is the beginning. And each page feels like a page out of a book, and it's telling a story. And then the citations on the last page. So things that you're being graded on with this assignment is, did you do a storyboard, skit, or children's book? Is everything written in your own words? If something is plagiarized, if you're just copying something or just changing like one or two words out of something, you're going to get a 0 for this assignment because I am not accepting plagiarized work. You need to make sure that you are clearly describing your story, and that it feels like a story, making sure that things are historically accurate, citing your sources. Did you use an assigned topic to do this? And if you did not use an assigned topic, then you will have to redo this assignment. So make sure you're using an assigned topic. And are you showing a clear understanding of the topic you chose? Can I tell that you understand who you are writing about? And did you show that you understand things about them. Um, and does it is it displayed in a way that's like, okay, yeah, that person understands. So hopefully this helped you with what to do for your TGA 2. If you're still confused, make sure you come into Help Lab and get help. I know that this is a little bit of a confusing TGA, but you can get help. And now I'm going to show you where to find all of your resources for this assignment. There are lots of resources that have been put together for you. Just go to Content, scroll down on the side to where it says Unit 2, Age of Exploration, and then again scroll down on the side where it says Unit 2, TGA. Here is the directions that that you can look at, and those are what we looked at earlier. Here's an example of what TGA, the storyboard could look like, and we looked at those earlier. Here's that template that I was talking to you about for Word. Here is how to take a screenshot on a Windows computer and how to take a screenshot on a Chromebook. A video tutorial on how to use Storyboard that I created. Very useful if you have no idea how to use Storyboard that. Here is a video, or here is the link to Storyboard that. For the video skits, here are a few examples of skits that you could emulate and do. And for the children's book, here is an example of the children's book that I showed you earlier. Here is a template that you can use to make it on PowerPoint. Here's a video on how to use PowerPoint. And here's a video for making this template on Google Slides in case you don't have access to PowerPoint. So make sure you're using these resources because they're really helpful, and they will help you be able to complete your TGA, and they're there for you to use. So if you still are having trouble understanding what to do for your TGA, make sure to come to Help Lab, and I will help you figure out what you need to do for this TGA too. All right, thanks. Bye.